Hello everyone, very good evening. A warm welcome to you all to the session, and we are very delighted to have you here along with us for this Python programming and SQL EDL program. So team, I guess I'm audible to you all clearly, right? Can anybody confirm me?
Yes, Leela.
Yeah, thanks for the confirmation. So, team, before we get into the session, we have our ExcelR's MOU team member Iftikhar with us. He is going to give you an introduction regarding ExcelR and the theme of these EDL programs. Okay. Hi, Iftikhar.
Yeah, hi, Leela.
Yeah, over to you.
Yeah, hi, guys. I welcome you all to the hands-on training program on Python programming and SQL day 1. And I am very much delighted to inform you that we are almost full capacity on the Zoom. And henceforth, anyone who would be joining the session has to attend the session on YouTube. So on YouTube also we are live. So if at all you get disconnected in between due to any reason, you may continue via YouTube if you are not able to get into the Zoom session. It's great, and I would like to thank all of you to give us such a splendid response to our registration link. And we promise you that for the next 15 days, you will be having a wonderful learning journey on Python programming and SQL later on. Before we start, let me give you an idea about our ExcelR's initiative, which is everyday learning. So let me share my screen. Leela, can you just help me share the screen? Am I able to share screen?
Yes, it has started, Iftikhar.
Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, so Everyday Learning Program is an initiative from ExcelR. And what is ExcelR? ExcelR is basically an edutech, which is involved in training and consulting and helping students and professionals across the globe by delivering top-notch quality programs on IT technologies and other technologies. So we started our journey from 2014, and our founders are basically alumni from IIM and ISB. We are having our headquarters in Houston, USA, and almost 140,000 students and professionals we have been able to train. These are our various industry training partners. So we have extended our training programs to these companies. And currently we are MOU with almost 200 colleges. These are the famous and bigger names of whom we have collaborated with. So almost 200 plus colleges we are MOU till today. And our intention behind the entire everyday learning program is to provide hands-on on application-oriented training programs for students and faculties. And we cover all the trending technologies. Like if you go or to our YouTube channel, you will find we have conducted sessions on data science, data analytics, machine learning, AI. Then in between, we have also conducted programs on AWS, cloud fundamentals. So all of these trending technologies we try to cover on a monthly basis. So we basically have MOU with colleges, and when we have MOU with colleges, we intend to also fulfill certain NAC and NBA criteria so that these courses can also be shown as value-added programs for the colleges. So we had almost 100 plus faculty members who had registered for this particular program. And I motivate all those faculty members, if you guys are not MOU with us, you have not signed, your college has not signed MOU with us, then I request you to kindly connect to us on this particular number or this particular email ID, which is very simple. It is edl@excelr.com. And if at all other students also, if at all you have any query, you can anytime put your queries on this particular email, and you may, our backend team will definitely reply to your queries within 24 hours. And for faculty members, if you want to have MOU with ExcelR for these free training programs, I motivate you to either email on this email address or get connected on this particular mobile number. The details will be definitely put on the Zoom chat for you guys. Yeah, coming to the agenda of the entire everyday learning program. So what we do is we basically launch a free course on trending IT technologies every month. So every month we will be launching a program which will be conducted for 30 hours, 30 plus hours. Why 30 plus hours? Because for any college to have that particular NAC criteria satisfied, for a course to be considered as value added course, minimum the duration should be 30 hours. So for this reason, all of our programs will be from 30 to 40 hours. We will be training from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every day, and hence the program also is called as everyday learning. Then we will be providing the attendance of your students to the MOU coordinators of the respective colleges. We will also be providing the certifications, and not only just certification, but if the colleges want to have customized certifications with their college names and college logos and principal signature, we are also open to provide that also, but the college should be MOU with us. This is the condition. For students, every student who is attending at least 60% of the program, they will be able to receive a digital certificate of participation from our side. So 60% attendance is compulsory, guys. We will also be giving you assignments from our side, and these assignments will be available in our beautiful LMS, Learning Management System. The access to the LMS is something which many of the students have already got. The way that, how do you access and how do you ultimately use LMS? All of these things will be taught to you in coming 10 to 50 minutes by Leela. So she will guide you how to access the LMS and how to learn from our LMS. The LMS access is free for all the students, and it is free for lifetime, guys. So if after 2 years, if you are attending some interview and if you want to again revisit our recordings, so these recordings will be available to you in our LMS, and you can learn and revise from our recordings. So every session is going to be recorded, and the recordings will be available to you in your LMS login. So every student who has registered, make sure that you have got the LMS access and you have learned how to use our LMS. This is something which is very important. And as I said, all the learning material, all the assignments will be available to you in this LMS. So apart from the training programs, what do we do? So for all the colleges with whom we have MOU, we provide also projects to the colleges. So on this Python, on this SQL, if you guys want to do projects, then approach your MOU coordinator. They will approach us, and we are open to provide data sets. We are open to provide practice projects for you guys. And if you complete those projects, we are also open to provide you an internship certificate under the MOU colleges. So this is something which is only available for MOU colleges. For MOU colleges, we also conduct a lot of placement preparation sessions like resume building session, how to appear for an interview, how to have a good LinkedIn profile. So all of these sessions we are open to provide. We are also open to provide 3-day FDPs, faculty development programs, 5-day faculty development programs, or maybe 2-hour workshops, 4-hour workshops, or any webinar. If the college requests us on our trending technologies, our technologies which we provide as free programs under the MOU, we are open to provide. And everything would be free of cost for the colleges, guys. So it is very important for the students to know that their college is MOU with us or not. And if you belong to a non-MOU college, I request you here itself to talk to your department HOD or talk to your training and placement officer please ask them to get connected to us so that we can ultimately sign MOU with your college, and all these benefits will be available to you for free. So we sign a document between the college and our organization, and this industry level MOU will be also useful for the college for various NAC and NBA criteria. So next, Leela, you will help you with the steps which are involved in LMS. I also motivate you to visit our YouTube channel, and on that YouTube channel, we have a lot of courses available via which you can learn a lot from our YouTube channel. Next, I request Leela to give you an idea about how our LMS can be used, what are the various steps once you register, and from registration point to the Zoom session joining point, all the steps will be clearly taught to you by Leela. I request you guys to be very much patient and follow the steps so that you do not face any problem to join the session for next 15 days. Thank you so much, guys. I wish you all the best for your learning journey of next 15 days. Remember, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. is something which is the time which we will be conducting these sessions. And I request you guys to be consistent for the next 15 days. For the first day, there are a lot of people who will join. They are enthusiastic about the sessions and they are enthusiastic about the learning. But somewhere the graph goes down after 3 to 4, 5 sessions. But I request you guys, in order to gain the maximum benefits of the entire training program, I request you guys to be consistent for next entire 15 days, guys. So all the best, guys. Thank you so much for your responses. Thank you, guys. Leela, you may take forward.
Thank you, Iftikhar. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Leela here from ExcelR team. So now I'm here to give you an overview how you can access our ExcelR dashboard. Okay. So I'll quickly share my screen and give you the insights on it. I hope my screen is visible to you, everybody, right? Yeah. So team, I believe you would have received our ExcelR's free courses registration link. On it, you would have given all of the required details. And then once you finish giving all the necessary fields required here, and once you submit here, you may be redirected to a thank you page, and post that you would have received an email saying welcome to ExcelR and verify your account. Okay, if you clearly observe that email ID, you would see a link provided here. So using that link, you can actually set your password to the LMS of ExcelR. Okay, so if you have not tried yet, try along with me as I'm redirecting you to the steps. Okay, so if you can click on this link, you will be redirected to a page where 2 dialog boxes will appear to set your password. Post that, you will be redirected to a page which is called onlinelearning.excelr.com, on which you will see a dialog box consisting of email ID and password. I will actually show you all these things. Okay. Yeah. So as soon as you set up your password using the link provided in the email, you will be redirected to a page, and then you have to set your password. And if you can come to any of the web browsers and search onlinelearning.excelr.com. Team, do remember this is onlinelearning.excelr.com. Okay, this is the web page where you need to log in. So once you give the URL here, you will be able to see this web page. Just give me a second. This is the one exactly. Okay. So if you observe here, you may be able to see 3 options above this page. One is sign in, and then store, and then register. As you have already registered to this program using the registration link provided to you, you can actually sign in here. So click on sign in and give your registered email ID here, and also the password you have set up. Okay, I'm giving my credentials for reference. Oh, sorry, team. Just give me a second. Okay, team, just give me a second.
Leela, do you want to try via my email?
Sorry?
Do you want to try via my email on LMS? So if at all, if you are facing an issue,
Yeah.
just try once. Be patient. Just try once. If you are facing any problem, I will share my screen and then you can explain.
Just give me a second, team.
Sure. Take your time. Yeah, Leela, let me share the screen and let me show the students how to get to the LMS. Yeah, so students, you have to reach out to the website called as elearning.excelr.com. So first of all, you will be, no, this is the other website, online e-learning. So this is the right website, online learning.excelr.com/dashboard, online learning.excelr.com. On this website, uh, Leela, can you just check whether it get crashed or what? Leela?
Yes, if they can check.
Yeah, am I audible to you? Yeah. Can you just check because the website
Yes,
itself
it's
is
checking
not
on
get.
it, checking on it.
I think it got crashed. Yeah, guys, I think because of the heavy amount of participation, people striking to the website today, I mean, in numbers. So I think it got crashed a bit. So we are working on this particular problem. Meanwhile, what we can do is we can start with the session. And in the end, by before 9 o'clock, we will request the trainer to give us 15 minutes in the end. And by in the last 15 minutes, we will try to explain you how exactly you can reach to our LMS. So this particular website called as onlinelearning.excelr.com is our LMS, and we will solve this particular problem in the end. And meanwhile, we will start with our program. Okay. Okay, Leela. So, I mean, you can go ahead with the trainer introduction and let the students learn first. And in the end, we will solve this particular problem.
Yes, Istika. So sorry for the inconvenient caused, team. So we will be having our industry expert, Mr. Dittarko, as a training, trainer for the next 15 days for this Python programming, who has 20 plus years of experience in the IT sector. So yeah, we wish you very all the best and have a great learning ahead, team. Hi, Iftikhar. Sorry, hi, Diptarko.
Hello, Leela.
Yeah,
Hello,
hi.
everybody. Good evening. And a warm welcome to all of you. I say bright young minds on a warm evening. Thank you so much for joining. And already 1K participants I can see here, more on YouTube, lot of hands raised. Well, the energy is infectious. And we will hope that you have the same levels of energy till the last 15th day. Yes? If you don't have energy, even we will run out of energy. Okay, so let's get going. I promise we will try to keep the course as interesting as possible. It will be hands-on. You will program, you will code, you will learn, you will code again. Okay, so yeah, I get a lot of hi sirs. Hi everybody, full vitamins in me. Somebody says, excellent, very good. Keep the vitamins going. Do you provide any PDFs as materials? Everything will be there. Backbencher, don't worry. Okay, and those of you who have raised your hands, guys, you want to say anything? Very excited. Me too, same here. Keep the excitement going. Good evening. Thank you. Woohoo. Excellent. Woohoo. Hi sir. Hi. Yeah, good evening. Very good. Thank you so much. Thank you, Iftikhar, and thank you, Leela, for introducing such wonderful participants to me. Okay, come on guys, let's get going. So
हाँ, actually 1000 का कैपेसिटी हो गया है. आप मेरे को है ना यही नंबर पे एक हाय भेजो, मैं उस पे आपको लिंक भेज देता हूँ.
Okay, Iftikhar, I think please kindly if you can mute yourself. Yeah. Okay, great. So Leela was introducing me to you. She said that I have over 20 plus years IT experience. That's me, Diptarko. Yeah. Now, why is this important for you to know? Am I bragging? No, I am not. I am telling you all this because you will understand that what we are doing today will be based on industry standards of programming. Okay. So I started my career like most of you as a fresher. I came from a non-programming background, and over the years I did the entire life cycle of programming. Now, what is the life cycle of programming? It is software programming, development, unit testing, deployment, migration, post cutover support, everything, whatever you think of, the entire gamut of programming is a SDLC, software development life cycle. Okay, so we will also learn to think in those terms, guys, over the next 10-15 days that we work together. Yes, and then what? I moved on to become a program manager, heading project teams, heading diverse project teams of people as diverse as programmers to voice recording artists. And I've worked across diverse geographies like India, APAC, and MEA. Now, what is APAC? Anybody quickly? Would you like to answer? What is APAC and MEA? After this training, can we do coding? Well, that's the expectation, dears. If you stay on with it, if you practice, I'm coming to all those basics. Let me just finish my introduction. Okay. So Middle East and Asia, very good. Okay, Middle East, Asia, basically. Yeah. So I've worked across these various geographies, and I've worked with some of the biggest names in the IT industry like Tech Mahindra, British Telecom, On Mobile, Airtel, Grameenphone, MTN, and currently I am heading the global delivery, operations, and customer experience of an Indian product development. It's one of the upcoming IoT companies, smart tech companies in India called as Frugal Labs. And I'm very passionate about training. I like to deal with young people like all of you. And that's why I'm here today, and I've taught programming to undergraduate students in some of the most prestigious colleges of TN, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. Okay, so that's about me, guys. Now, I feel most of you are students, and as I said, bright young minds. So let's get ignited. So yes, now about your questions, that what will you gain? Can you develop an app? Can you do this? Can you do that? Before we even come to it, I want to show you this person here. His name is Tanmay Bakshi. Now, quickly, if anybody of you have seen him, know about him, you can drop me a DM. Yes. Quickly, you can start getting yes. And please stop chit-chatting with each other. Otherwise, you will miss out on all the fun and learning. Yes, no, sir. Okay. Very good. Yes, with triple S. Okay. Great. Yes, yes, no, sir. Okay. No problem, guys. I understand. So why do I show this person? This person is one of the leading names today of IBM Watson. IBM Watson is IBM's AI platform, basically. And Tanmay Bakshi is one of the leading names of IBM Watson, and he's a global phenomenon. So he's one of the highest paid engineers at IBM. He started programming when he was 5 years old. At 9 years of age, he developed his first iOS app. So somebody was asking, can I develop an app? Sure, you can. Why not? And at 12 years, he was the youngest IBM Watson programmer in the world. He is one of the regular persons you will meet, you will bump into if you go to any of the IBM conferences or workshops. And he is also a TEDx speaker. TEDx, right? TEDx speaker. So he says that he took up programming not to make a living, but because it was a hobby for him. He loved it. He saw something great in it, something unique in it. He saw that when there's worries in life, troubles in life, programming actually helped him take off all those worries, take out all those tensions. Okay, so this is what we will be doing in the next 10-15 days, my dears. We will be learning to love programming. And why should you love programming? Why should you learn to program? Yes, it will give you a good job. Your career prospects will be very bright. You will learn you will probably get on-sites. Yeah, those few things that matter to most of us. But apart from that, you will sharpen your brain, your intellect. You will learn to tackle all the problems of your life. When there's a problem going on in your life, you will learn to outrun those problems. It's like meditation. Today, everybody from a 10-year-old student to a 60-year-old man is trying to learn programming. Doctors are picking up programming as also sports persons. So you must learn programming, yeah, and you must be on this program that has been introduced by ExcelR till the last day. Don't drop off. Okay. So now about Python. Now this is also very interesting. The person whom you see here, his name is Guido van Rossum, and he is the developer of Python. So he is a Dutch programmer. Now, I was expecting a few questions, whether this person actually, can anybody pick up programming? Okay, so I didn't get that. I didn't get that question, unfortunately. So here's what this person did. This person was a Dutch programmer. He came home, it says, on one Christmas vacation. And he started spending his free time in developing a new language, which he named as Python. Python was named after a British sitcom or telecom series, television series called as Monty Python's Flying Circus. Yeah, it was a famous TV show in Netherlands then, and this person loved it. And one of the characters there is named Python, Monty Python. So he named the programming language Python after Monty Python. Clear? And why is it so? Why has this program become so important? This programming language has become so important because it was developed and to be so easy that even children can pick up programming. Okay, I will give you an example shortly. I will give you an example. So before of how easy it is to pick up Python programming. So the first version came in Jan 1994, which was Python 1.0. The second version was in October 2000, which is Python 2.0. And the third version, which is going on now, Python 3.0, it's from December 2008. Okay. Now, what is it about this programming language that has made it so popular? Well, before that, let me show you who are some of the companies which are using Python. Well, these are. So I won't say much, but if you have an idea of how the world is going, you will understand that these are some of the top 100 blue chip companies of the world, not just India, of the world. And they're all using Python in some way or other. A few names are missing here. Even Google's there who uses Python. And why is it so popular nowadays? That's because it's very easy to learn, as I said. It's compatible with any operating system. You can run Python on Windows, you can run it on Linux, you can run it on Mac OS, you can run it anywhere without making any change. Okay. As the world moves to a more agile system of work, wherein small startup companies take up very few people and with very less training, get them to start app development or AI ML models, develop AI ML models, or develop a website or work on blockchains. So the learning curve is getting short and short. So in such a situation, training a person on Python is making a lot of sense to most of the new companies, as people can pick it up fast. Okay, the structure is very easy. Now, how easy it is. So I don't know if anybody of you here have ever done Python, C++ programming. In case you have, very good. In case you haven't, this is how a typical program to print the line hello world looks in C. This is how it looks in C++. Follow my mouse, please. And this is how it looks in Java. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines. And this is how it looks in Python, 1 line. Okay, so this simplicity is the core reason of Python becoming so popular. Okay, I will stop here, guys. I see a lot of hands raised and all, while I don't know how many questions I can take, but randomly, let me try to see whether I can take a few. Okay, I will start with this person, Shivram. Okay, yeah, you can go ahead. Those whom I asking to unmute, you can unmute yourselves and just ask your question.
Deep sir, participants are not allowed to unmute.
Okay, they're not allowed to unmute. So should I take questions from the chat, Kishore?
Yes, chat only.
Okay, fine. Okay, thanks about that. So Bhanu Prakash asks, sir, I have a doubt that why most of the names from computer science is like relate name as biology. Well, Bhanu Prakash, I don't know which one are you saying relates to biology. At least I am not very sure. Python. Python is not exactly a biology name. You can say it relates to Nat Geo. I would have given you for that. Okay, as I said, the name is related to somebody from a British sitcom series called Monty Python's Flying Circus. That is why the name. Okay. Noman Ali, sir, compare Python with Java. Noman, Java and all, these are all very good languages. Okay, I can't compare actually, guys. It's wrong to even compare, but yes, the ease is very much there with Python. As you can see, 5-6 lines. Guys, I've been a C programmer for a large part of my life. I will tell you, I had written, say, 2009 code, and somewhere down the line, I missed this colon, semicolon. And I had to actually find out where I have missed and what I have missed. Okay, so that problem is not there with Python. It's as easy as that. So you can make a comparison based on that. One more jobs, backbencher tips, sir. Which one more jobs and more salary, Java or Python? I am from MBA background. Guys, salary and all, really, how can you even compare? Tell me, does Anil Ambani actually need to code in Python? No, right? So that comparison is actually immaterial. Keep those comparisons aside. Regarding your MBA background, can you get a job? Absolutely. With an MBA background, and if you know programming, it is excellent. Why not? Doctors are learning programming. You will get a job. Okay, somebody says how to handle the error. We will come to all that, guys. Don't run, don't rush yourself. So which one get more jobs? Python is important for future. Yes, Karan. Do you expect me as a Python trainer to tell you no, it isn't? That would be suicidal, right? Ravi Teja, I don't know any programming language. Can I learn easily Python? Guys, that's a question I get from most of my students. Absolutely, you can. But I have some points here. You have to be attentive. You have to try. You have to program. There's no shortcut to success. Okay, and you have to attend the sessions. As Iftikhar sir was telling you, you have to attend the sessions and be disciplined. Okay, I don't know any programming. Samir says, sir, I'm fresher. Okay, Samreen. Okay, Samreen, fine, very good. Present, which language is good to compile? Tulsi, Python is, you don't have to compile Python. So that's not here. Okay, that's a good question. Rutuja is asking, is Python used in AI and DS? Absolutely. Absolutely. Python is the preferred language of AI and DS. Not only AI and DS, it is used for as diverse things as DevOps. Okay. For IoT programming, MQTT programming, for Raspberry Pi programming, lot of things, lot of applications. Python is fast language. Ghulam, yes, Ghulam Hussain. Yeah, actually, Python is fast becoming the first language of choice for many people. Okay. Ravindra Kumar, Python takes more time in executing particular program because Python internally written in C. So many people suggest Java. That's not a very fair comparison, Ravindra. There are very different use cases. Yes, Python is internally written in C, but that doesn't actually matter. In case where you need lot of speed, any which ways, you won't even use Java. You will use C, in fact, micro C. And also Python is getting a different facelift. There are things like MicroPython and all which run on Raspberry Pis, which are microcomputers. Okay, Vaishnavi asks, and last, can you suggest an online platform and any app? I will give you a few websites. Okay. Python got interpreter or compiler. We will come to that. We will come to that. Okay, so good. Now let's start with let's get our hands dirty, guys. So I expect all of you have downloaded Python. Can I get a yes, no? Have you downloaded Python? Yes. Okay, very good. Those of you who haven't, for you, here's a quick tip that I'm going to show you what you need to do. Okay. So you can go to the site. I'm closing this. This is no longer relevant for me. You can please go to the site called python.org. This is the official site of Python community. You will get all the exes here. So if you open it, something like this will come. Downloads, you will get one. Download for Windows Python 3.10.7. So this is the latest version. And this is for Windows 64-bit. Now, if you have some other platform like Mac OS and all that, you can come here and see. Or you can go to this place, all releases. Okay. Here you will get release-wise all the details. You can see, you can come here. And you can suppose, let's say 3.10. Okay. It says what are there. No. Let's say I take 3.10.5. Let's say, okay. So I click on it. So it tells you what are the changes that have come in. And it also gives you the option to download. See, Windows embedded 32-bit, Windows embedded 64-bit. So if you have a 32-bit operating system, then you have to come here and download this. Else, if you have suppose a Mac OS, then this one. If you have a Linux based system, you can come here, gzip source starball and download and unzip it and install. Okay. Clear? Somebody says again what? My dear, again what? Again you want? Guys, towards the end of the session, we will have a about the general purposes of Python and all. Somebody is asking a good question, how to use in civil engineering. Jupyter Notebook, absolutely okay. Anything's okay if you can start off. I don't have an issue. You just need to program. Okay, Suprav, how to download Python? Suprav, please come to the site python.org. Okay, open this site. You will get something like this, downloads. If you have a 64-bit Windows operating system, you can directly download the latest release, which is Python 3.10.7. If not, if you have a 32-bit or you have something for suppose Mac OS and all, either you can come to that respective window, or what you can do, you can go to all releases. You can select the release for which you want to get the details over here. You get it. You can take the latest release 3.10.7, suppose, it says download. You can click here and it gives you the options like Windows embeddable package 32-bit, 64-bit. So what I will do, I will click on this and just show you, since I have Python already installed. Okay, sorry, I will download this one. Guys, the Windows guys, you can please install this, download these installers directly. In this case, I'm installing a 64-bit exe. Okay, so in this, if you open your downloads, you will see something like this icon comes, like a computer with a download button. Now, if you click on this, you will get few steps like this. Okay, it gives you an option like this. If you double click on that icon, it will give you an option like this. Do you want to run this file? You say run. Okay, once you run, then it gives you an option like this, a window like this. It says install Python so and so, so and so. Now there are two buttons you can see here, check buttons. Install launcher for all users, add Python to so and so to path. So please click both of these. Click both of these and then say install now. So it will start installing. This screen like this will start installing. And once it's done, you will get a thank you, set up a successful message with the screen. You can close it. So now how do you know whether Python has got installed successfully? The way that I use it, you can go to your run menu like this and say IDLE. It will give me an app like this will pop up. Idle Python 3.10 64-bit. I will click on this and a window like this will open up. This is the IDE, default IDE of Python. Now, anybody here who's ever heard of the term IDE? You can DM me quickly. Integrated Development Environment. Very good. Okay, very good. Integrated Development Environment. Very nice. Fantastic. You guys are very bright. So what is an integrated development environment? Why integrated? What does it integrate? Yeah, you want to give it a shot, guys? You want to give it a shot? Somebody says it contains an IC chip. No, that is different, my friend. It's integrated circuits. That's different. Okay, don't know, sir. Fine. Thanks for the honesty. Okay, so integrated development environment is like a screen in which you can not only program, you can run your programs, you can debug them or understand where there's a problem, you can troubleshoot them, you can do a lot of things like this. You can store these programs as files, etc., etc. So there are many popular IDEs nowadays for Python. Somebody say Jupyter Notebook, that's one. Then there's something called as PyCharm, something called as Spider, but we will use the basic one called IDLE. Python IDLE. Okay. If you want to use something else, it's totally, I am okay with it. As long as you can code, run your programs and troubleshoot them, I'm okay with anything you want to use. Okay. So guys, now you know what? I have to continue 2 hours teaching nearly 1000 of you. So a like on the YouTube channels would actually help me a lot. It would be like a power booster for me and all these wonderful people pepping up the backend. It would do us a world of good. So please keep on liking on our YouTube channel as well. Okay. Cheers. Right. Now, guys, what is programming? What are computers? What are computers? Chalo, let's see if you give a few innovative answers. What are computers? Electronic device. Manichandra Reddy, please don't ask the question so many times. We will have a session towards the end. Machine to be simple, operating system which reduce human efforts. Computer is a machine which can't think. Very good. Okay. Very innovative. Okay, guys, is your mobile a computer? Computer is an electronic device. Yes. Jamila says yes. Good. Okay, very good. Is your smartwatch a computer? Is your smartwatch a computer? Somebody says no. Somebody says yes. Yes, it's a computer. Okay, is your calculator a computer? Okay. Okay, analog computer, I think. Okay, good. Computer is a digital that can be programmed. Very good, guys. Very nice. So basically, it's a, as all of you are saying, it's a device which makes work easy for us. So it started with the principle of computing. Today it does a lot of things other than computing. It plays songs for you. It allows you to play video games. You do your access your Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, everything through computers, right? And many of us are addicted to it, hooked to it. So we have to de-addict ourselves. But in the meanwhile, we also have to understand how it works. Somebody is written, computer is an electronic device that manipulates information or data. Okay. Very good. Yes, I agree with you. Fantastic. Right. So guys, when we are talking today with each other, we are talking in English or maybe Hindi, right? But how do you talk with a computer? How do you talk with a computer? Programming languages. Somebody says in binary language. Guys, do you really talk with the computer in binary in your normal day-to-day life? You talk in an English-like language. Okay, we talk in normal language, not in English-like language. Machine level, we usually don't talk in machine level language, guys. By keyboard, yeah, that's a very nice answer. By keyboard, yes, good. It's a command. Binary, no, Bhushan, how can it be a command? In binary, it's a command from your side, but not exactly in binary. Yes, right. So we talk with computers in machine level language, right? But we talk in normal English-like language. But computers understand only binaries, right? As many of you are saying. But now tell me, what is a binary? What is a binary? 0 and 1, 0 and 1. Very good. Now for the computer, what does the 0 mean and what does that 1 mean? What does 0 mean? What does 1 mean? True and false. What is true? What is false? Now I will again ask you, what is true? What is false? Low and high. Okay. The person who is telling low and high, what is low? What is high? It's like on or off. What is on and off here? Okay. Somebody is coming close. Some of you by giving power. What power? Ravindra Kumar, that is regarding to electronics. Yes, I want to know. Okay, guys, the very simple answer is understand that 0 means a low voltage, 0 volt, and 1 means a high voltage, maybe a 5 volt. Okay, and there are transistors. There are basically the entire thing is based on this concept of high and low. Okay, so understand that below the hood there are actually electronics components which are getting switched on or switched off. Switched on by applying a pulse of say 5 volt, or switched off by a pulse of 0 volt. Basically it's a 0 volt. So it's like a square wave. Okay, so it's a pulse form. So keep that in mind. Now computer understands this pulse form. It understands only the low volt and high volt, nothing more. And you understand, I understand only English or English-like languages. So when we write a program under the hood, there's somebody who is doing the translation. Just like today, all of us speak some different languages at home, right? Some of you speak, say, Hindi, some of you speak Marathi, somebody say Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Bengali, Gujarati. But although we are Indians, we may not understand each other's language completely. So we speak a common language. Or suppose if you don't know that language, suppose you take me to your native place to visit, and I have to talk to your friends there who are not very conversant with English or Hindi. So I will speak with you in English or Hindi, and you will do the translation for me to your language, right? To your mother tongue. So what are you acting as, guys? So what are you acting as? You're acting as a translator. Very good. Very nice. Brilliant. Okay, as a medium, yes, absolutely. Good. So now there's also programming languages. Basically, what happens? They have a, underneath the hood, they have a compilation or an interpretation going on. Now, at the end of the day, these are just nothing else but translation activities, translating your English-like code into a machine readable language. Okay. And what's the difference between these two? Guys, I'm just focusing on the basics now so that you get an idea of the world of computers and how they interact with humans. Okay. So how they understand is basically in a compiled language, what happens? The entire code is first translated into a machine readable language and then it is executed. Whereas in an interpreted language, it is done one line at a time. Okay. The thing is that in a compiled language, basically, since everything is done at one shot, the translation, if we can make it easy for you. So what happens that suppose there's a issue in even some line, say suppose you have written a 10,000 line of code, suppose at the 9,000th line there's a problem, an error, a syntax error. Then at that time what happens? It tells you at the beginning itself that I'm sorry boss, I can't complete the translation for you because there's some mistake somewhere. You go on searching, you end up rectifying all the errors, and then the compilation happens, and once it happens, the code runs very fast, boom, boom, boom. But in an interpreted language, what happens is that since it's one line at a time, so till the 9,000th line it will go on properly. Only at the 9,000th line will it tell you, okay, there's an issue here. Until you solve that problem, you can't go to the next line. Okay. So naturally, this process will be a bit slower. But having said that, it also helps you to actually zero down on the problematic part of the code much easily than you would have done in a compiled level language. So both have their strong points and negative points or weaknesses. Okay. Python, by the way, is a mixture of compiled language and interpreted language. Compiled because at the beginning, everything unknown to you and me, there's a compilation that happens. Okay. And after that, what happens is that there's a code, okay, a byte level code, which is generated. And that code you work. So unknown to you, all this happens. So when you run your program, you will think like it's an interpreted language. So one line, it goes on executing each line one at a time. And if there's a problem at some line, it stops you and says, okay, please correct this line and then go ahead. Now that's all that you need to know about these basics. Okay. I don't want you to go beyond all this. There are a lot of other concepts like Python virtual machine and all that. So all these I'm leaving you for your own study. Okay. Why? Because the more you study, the more you research. Guys, education is a two-way street. So no teacher is a Superman. It needs also your own interest, your research, and your practice. Okay. So for the moment, understand till this point. Okay. Now, having said this, we will quickly take a 10-minute break now. Yeah. You can go and refresh yourself. So we will do like this, 8 o'clock every day. We will take a 10-minute break. You come back refreshed, think through all the things we have been discussing. Okay. And then we will resume. Okay. Thank you. 8:10. Yes, till 8:10, guys. A break doesn't mean a break till 9 o'clock and then you log off. From 8 to 8:10 sharp. I start at 8:10. Now the time is 8 o'clock. I start at 8:10 again. Until then, that you can take questions, sir. I need to also get my throat a bit wet and all. I've been speaking. So please grant me that 10 minutes as well. We will take questions towards the end of the session. As I said, I've already taken quite a few now. And towards the end of the session, I will try to take a few more questions. Yeah. Okay, friends. Thanks a lot. Okay, hi. So we are back, right? So I have been seeing your questions. So somebody's asked me that I'm working with mobile. Can I just go on? Currently, I'm not having a PC. Sachin Bagoji. Sachin, very difficult to learn with mobile, my friend. Please get a proper PC and start doing it. For today's, what you can do is it's okay. Just watch the session, go through it. Once it's done, recording is done. But please have a PC and try to work with it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Leela wants to make an announcement. So Leela, over to you. Please go ahead. Leela, are you there? Okay, let her join back. So in the meanwhile, we will start with our session. Yeah, Leela, you can please go ahead. Oh, Leela, you are unable to speak. Leela, do you want me to make the announcement? If you can put on the message. Yeah, please, you can share the message with me. Okay. Fahad, how to open after download? Please go to the download section where the executable would have come. Just click on it, my dear. You will see everything. All the steps that I showed, it will come to you. Okay, Leela, can I continue? Okay, in the meanwhile, till she gets back, I'm open to take a few questions quickly. Python 3.9 version, Karan, absolutely okay. Python.
Tarko, I'm back. Just 2 minutes of time.
Yeah, please. Go ahead, Leela, please.
Hi team, so sorry. So my kind request you, like, do not try to register using this URL anywhere. Okay. So this is the tenant error we are receiving. Do not try to register when you bought, when you logged into onlinelearning.excelr.com. By any chance, if you see this kind of pop-up over there or this kind of screen appearing in your desktop, okay, do not give your credentials and do not try to log in here. Okay, you should log in using excelr.com URL only. This is which is backend URL, so don't try to attempt here. Thank you so much. Thank you, Diptarko. You can take it.
Thank you so much, Leela. Guys, what problem with the version you have downloaded or this is Python? Guys, please hold your horses. These questions is Python enough to get placement and all. We will take it towards the end of the session. Please bear with us till then. Yeah. First, learn. There was this movie, Three Idiots. They had that quote, right? Beta kamyab bano. Kabil bano, kamyabi jhak maar ke piche aa jayegi. So first become worthy of your placements. Okay. Sorry if I've used a harsh word. I don't want to use that, but that's what I request you. Yeah, be patient. Yes, correct. You are. Be patient. Okay. Now let's come to the next topic, language syntax. Now every language that we speak, it's got some syntax, right? It's got some grammars. It has some do's and don'ts. Okay. Say a language like Sanskrit. Its grammar is very heavy. Lovely language, beautiful language, but very heavy grammar. Whereas, say, comparatively modern day languages, like say Hindi, Bengali, Gujarati, Telugu, your grammars have become simplified. Okay. English grammar is also quite easy. Similarly, programming languages also have some grammars. The rules of programming language, the language syntax. We will discuss them now. Python as a programming language has got actually very few do's and don'ts as compared to other programming languages. Now, suppose in Java or C or C++, you have to use a curly brace to open a subblock of code and end it with a curly brace. In Python, you don't need to do that. In C, C++, you need to end your lines with a semicolon. In Python, you don't need to do that. In Python, you can start you don't need to declare like C, C++ or Java, like whether it's integer variable or whether it's character. You don't need to. Yeah, because Python, the whole idea behind Python, learning Python was that keep it simple. Keep it so simple that even a child can understand it. Think of it, guys. I have gone through this scenario. A huge code I have written for maybe an entire day. And when I am running it, there's one bracket missing somewhere, curly brace. And we have spent hours trying to understand what has gone wrong. It's so bad. Okay, I'm speaking to you from industry experience. So obviously, it becomes simple when you don't have these rules. So Python that way is like an outlaw. But having said that, there are few rules which are still there. What are the rules which are there? So we will look at it quickly. Here are the things. Before that, let's understand what are identifiers. Now, in the real world, we all have names. We are identified by names. Okay. So your name may be Deepak, or it can be Joseph, or it can be Santa Mario, or it can be Zulfikar, whatever it is. But you have names, right? So when I call you, suppose Deepak, you will answer. Zulfikar won't answer. Or Santa Mario won't answer. You're all humans, but you're identified by names. Similarly, you have variables which are identified by names. For example, over here, there are two cars. Now, what are these two cars? Anybody can guess? Make a guess. Any car aficionados over here? Okay, chalo. I'll tell. One is a Lamborghini. Lamborghini Huracan. Yeah, Lamborghini. Very good. And the other is Maruti Suzuki Reds. Very nice. Good. So you see, they're cars at the end of the day, but they have some names and maybe some models. Similarly, in Python, an identifier is something which is identified by a name. Now, what is an identifier? What is a variable? Let's understand this. Now, how many of you over here actually do cooking? Anybody does cooking? Cooking? Not me. Why is that? Yeah. Okay. Yes. Very good. Only Maggie. Somebody says brilliant. Okay. So those of you who do cooking, you must be knowing that in your kitchen, you will have various containers in which you keep your, say, masalas, spices, maybe some trays in which you keep your vegetables, right? All these things. And when you cook, you need to take them out one at a time and then start cooking. Similarly, you can think of variable as like a container in which you store your data. Okay. Now, when I say A equals to 10, okay, what am I doing is I am creating a variable called A, which stores the data 10 inside it. Yes. Okay. if I say B equals to Suzanne, I am creating a variable which stores the data, which is a string called Suzanne. If I say C equals to 10, 20, A, I am creating a variable which stores mixed sort of data, maybe integers and characters. Now, do you see, guys, unlike a C or C++ programming, you actually didn't define int A, char B, etc. Now, here comes another important concept, and I want you to pay very close attention here. Now, this is because in Python, everything that you see is a class and an object. Breaking news. In Python is a pure object-oriented programming language. Now, what does that mean? Pure object-oriented programming language. A lot of terms, heavy-sounding terms. But don't worry. We will demystify it quickly now. And then in one subsequent session, we will have an entire section on classes and objects. Yeah. So guys, what happens is, suppose I want you to imagine, close your eyes and imagine. Imagine what? Imagine that you're going to build a house tomorrow, that you are an architect, suppose, and you're going to build a house tomorrow. Now, what would you do when you have to build a house? Suppose you're building a villa. So you will take you're an architect. What should you do? Any answers? Plan, very good. Hemalata, plan. Construction members, blueprint first, very good. Measurements, yes. Basement. So, yeah, design, right. Swimming pool. Okay, Karan is very interested in the swimming pool. Karan, you're not building a swimming pool now. So you're building a villa with a swimming pool, let's assume. So you're going to start off with a design, right, guys? You're going to draw. Suppose you have been entrusted with a villa project. You're going to draw out the entire layout, how individual villas will be like. Okay. And then for people like Karan, you also have to accommodate swimming pool, then gyms, etc., etc., etc. So now all this just exists in your drawing. Now, when this drawing is done and the plan is approved by the authorities, then finally by the builder, so your work as an architect is done, right? Now, based on your plan, somebody will actually start building. That's the construction company. Okay. So the plan was a blueprint or a class from which a real world physical object was developed, which was the actual villa project. All the villas, the layouts, the streets, the swimming pool, the gym, etc., etc., etc. So you see, from your dream, a real world object came up. Now, this is called as class and object. Somebody asks me, please repeat again. Yeah. So what I see till now is class is just like a design, my dear friends. It's a blueprint. Suppose you want to build a car. You design that car first. And then from that car, you will design, actually cars will be built using metals, using various electronic components. And then a real-time car will come out. A real world object which you can touch, feel, sense, smell. Okay. So similarly, in Python, a class and in any programming language, a class and object actually means that you have a design for a data type. Like say I said int over here, A is 10. So what happens? Actually, there's a class called integer, which gives definition. If there's a data which is like say whole number, okay, then you create a integer class, then you use an integer class to create an integer object. So Python is smart that way. Do you see the brilliance of Python? It didn't wait for you to tell it that here's an integer object. It saw A equals to 10. It looked through it matched with the blueprint and it created an object called A. Now, how do you understand what type of object is created? It's called type A. This is a function called type. It gives you class int. Now, what is the function? We will quickly discuss that also. But guys, are you clear till this point? Somebody says no, yes, 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 yes. Okay. Those who are saying repeat said, okay, I will give it one shot again. Let me give you a different example. Okay, let's for a moment think you are a rocket scientist at ISRO. Why think? I'm sure some of you will actually be rocket scientists at ISRO. You're brilliant young people. Why not? So when you go in, you will probably be designing rockets like PSLV, GSLV, then what space station classes. So you will design those rockets. You will actually draw them. You will come up with the electronics that has to be put in there, right? And then ISRO will start manufacturing that rocket. And when that rocket is fired and goes into space, you will say, yes, I had designed that rocket. So you had created the blueprint or the class from which the PSLV object was created. Okay. Or the GSLV object was created. Or the Mars rover object was created. Okay, so think of it, my dear friends. Think of it like this way. See, programming is basically common sense. So whenever you have a doubt, close your eyes and think on the topic. If you can actually cook, you can program. For all of you there, I know what you do in your colleges. You wake up in the morning and maybe many of you are late for the first class. I used to have that situation. And we have an algorithm in our mind which tells us what we should do if we are late. Probably fit up somebody to just inform the professor that, sir, he is coming late. I won't go with the other suggestion, proxies. Okay, but let's assume you all are good children, honest, and you are very frank and upfront. Or if you feel that you will miss the class, you will tell your friend, I am late. Please take the notes properly. You will also try to find the shortest route from your hostel to your college, right? So that you don't end up missing. Okay. So this is the whole idea, guys, behind this. Now, whole thing, whenever I'm talking of oops, think of it in these practical terms. Whenever I'm telling you a program, think of it in a practical term and try to analyze it and understand it. Okay. Okay, Kishore sir has sent a form to fill. Okay, guys, take up 2 minutes, please. Fill it up. I'm okay with it. It's important.
Guys, the attendance link is active till 9:45. So please do not disturb the sir in between, and you may fill after 9 o'clock also. The attendance link is active till 9:45.
Yeah, that makes sense. Please do so. Yes, a lot of interruptions actually even dampen our free flow of thoughts. Okay. Come on. Yes. So what I want you to do now, guys, quickly, I am giving you 2 minutes. All that I've typed here in my screen, I need you to do this and check it out for yourself. You have to get your hands dirty. There's no other way to learn programming. Yeah. Quickly, please type out all that I have showed you here. If anybody is, by the way, having problem, thank you, Gayatri. Thank you so much for your kind words. Guys, please be generous. And if you're liking it, please let us know and give us a like on the YouTube channel. By the way, those of you who are having some problem with downloading and all, what I will give you an option is called as Google Colab. It's like a Jupyter notebook in which you can actually don't worry, I will tell you how to use this, what you have to do. Okay, so all of you have Google accounts. You can open this link. Kishore, can I share it with everyone, the link?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
So here's it, guys. Collab.research, google.com. Search it out. Now you will get something like this. It will open up. It's for those who have not been able to download Python. Okay. It's a grace. You need to download Python. You need to know how to do it. Okay. Come on. Right now over here, you can write as I've done. So it opens up a file like this. You have to select new notebook. It will open something like untitled. So you can save it. You can say my Python. Then it's with a .ipynb extension, very big extension, right? So it means a IPython notebook. And here, whatever I have done, you can do like this: A equals to 10, B equals to Suzanne. Then you can say print like this. You can give A comma B, and you can also give like this print. Now what this print is, what is the function and all, we will come to it, guys. Hold on, yeah. Type A comma type B. I assume all of you know, but in case you don't know, we will just go through it. It's running, you see, it's trying to run. It's slow. Okay, see, it has printed out for you what are the variables here, and it has told you what type of objects these are, A and B. Okay, so yes, please start doing it. Thank you, Akshata. Thank you so much. Right, so I'm giving you 2 minutes, people. 8:34. Work it out. And you can also include this C equals to 10, 20, 8. Okay. So you can take Python program in Ubuntu. Yes, Akshata, you can absolutely. Friends, please, this is not a lecture session. It's an interaction session. We are interacting with each other over Python. So any valid questions you have, please ask it. And please desist from asking irrelevant questions, because that will not help you, neither will it help me. Okay, I will quickly answer this. Hayat Zulfikar asks me, as someone new to learning coding, we should start from HTML. With Python to be lot to understand. Who told you that, my dear? Who told it that to you? That you need to learn HTML? If you are working, if you are trying to be a web developer, web designer, then you need to. Akshata, as I said, I have Windows. I don't have Ubuntu, so I can't help you on this. Yeah. But what I can do is I can try to find out a link for you on how you can use Ubuntu or in Linux, basically. I will try to get some link for you tomorrow. And in the meanwhile, please use Google Colab. Mr. NS, is there any difference between type A and type print type A? Yes, there's a subtle difference here, Mr. NS. What happens in idle, which is the Python default IDLE, basically IDE, anything that you type out is automatically printed. But in some IDLEs, it may not happen. I'm not saying that it will not happen. It may not happen. See, I did a plus here, quote, so I put a new line. If I do type B, I think I will get it. It gives me, there is some IDEs where this doesn't auto echo out, doesn't happen. Okay, right. Rohan, yes, you have terminal. It's very simple. I will also show you that. This is called CMD. You can go here and CMD. Here you can type like this Python. And this is your terminal. You can work anything and everything over here. 10 plus 20 related to Python. Okay. Okay, many questions coming, guys. I think I will stop it today to answer your questions first day. But from tomorrow, we will have only the last 10 minutes for your questions and doubts. Okay, I will quickly, Leela and our team members from ExcelR, if it's okay, you want to take from 8:45, right? For them, the LMS?
No, sir, no. You can go ahead till 9.
Okay, I can go ahead till 9. Okay. Okay, guys, then wait a bit, please. Hold on, please wait. 8:45 or 8:50, we will start taking a few questions. Yeah? Save your questions. Bombard me. Come on, go ahead and bombard me. I will try to answer as many as you can. Man ki baate. Okay. So now, next thing. Now, so we have understood what's a classes and objects. One more thing we will understand is what's a function. Right now, you saw something called as type B. Now, this in my IDLE, this came as a type of violet color. Now, this is a function. What do I mean by this is a function, guys? What is a function? Basically, it's like, so let's say you have a fan, and to switch it on, you have a switch, or to control its speed, you have a regulator. Now, the regulator has the functionality of regulating the speed of the fan, right? So the moment you play around with the regulator, the fan speed changes. Similarly, a function implements some functionality. Let me take an example. I will give you a real world example. See, programming is all real world. Suppose you get into a metro. You have to buy a ticket first, right? So your input for traveling in a metro is the ticket. Suppose I am from Bangalore. Suppose suppose I have to get down at MG Road. I will buy a ticket till MG Road zone. Okay. By the way, those of you who don't know Bangalore, MG Road is one of our happening places. It's one of those. It's like what should I say? Delhi's Chandni Chowk. Okay. So it's one of the happening places. So MG Road, I get down at MG Road, so I have to buy a ticket for MG Road. Only then I can swipe and get in, and then the metro drops me at MG Road. So you see the functionality, entire functionality. There was an input, which is a ticket. The metro reads it, and it drops me at MG Road station. So the functionality of the metro is to allow a passenger with a valid ticket at his travel or her travel zone. Similarly, a function is something like this. If you write over here def func, now don't worry too much on these syntaxes. Suppose you are to calculate the square of a number. Okay, so instead of doing that every time and again and again, you can write a small piece of code and save it. You can say def func num. Then you can say what? You can say num square. Return num square. And this is a definition. I'm defining what the function does. Okay. So I'm saying I'm going to pass to you. I'm telling this function, I'm going to pass to you a number, any number, and you have to return back to me what is the square of that number. Okay. So now if I call this function func, say 10, So I get that the square of this number is 100. If I pass, say, 15.87678, then I get it as so and so. So instead of writing this, I could have done this easily as well. I could have said, suppose for this, I could have said 10 to 100. Then again, I could have written 15.8675 raised to, and I would have got it. But do you see, I am doing the same task again and again. Does it make sense? It doesn't, right? Okay. So instead of doing that, I'm just defining a simple line over here saying that, okay, I'm giving an input and I'm getting an output. Now, at a very gross level, this is what a function does. So I need you to understand till this point. Okay. Now that we have understood what is a function and what is a class and object, we will get back to our. Somebody says my voice is not coming. Is it okay, my voice? My voice and screen, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please look at your network connectivity, my dear, wherever you have a problem. Thanks a lot. Okay. Oppo A31. Thank you, dear friends, for saying. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you the rules of grammar. I'm widening my screen. Now we have understood what is a variable, what is an identifier, what is a class, what is an object. Now, variable names can be of any length. Okay. So to quickly show you, the A equals to 10 is as valid as a James Bond story equals to tomorrow never die another day. This is as well. Let us enter expression here. What happened? I think here's the problem. Yes. Okay, I will tell you why I got this red line saying so and so, so and so, so and so. Don't worry. Yeah. So this also is of any length, but that doesn't mean you should go on writing a name, say, of 256 characters. Try to keep your names short and crisp. It should give an idea what this variable does or what it holds. Okay. An identifier starts with a letter capital A to capital Z, small a to small z, or an underscore, followed by 0 or more letters, underscores, and digits. No other special character are allowed. Identifier names are case sensitive. Python doesn't allow spaces within an identifier. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 main naming conventions. So let's understand this each one at a time. So I did this, it worked. So if I do this, underscore A equals to, say, 30. This is also perfectly legitimate naming convention. But if I do this 007 Bond equals to James, we'll get a syntax error showing so and so leading 0. See, it's screaming at you with red characters. It's screaming at you, leading zeros in decimal integer. Why? Because you have violated the basic rule of grammar here. No name, no identifier name can start with a digit. It has to always start with a character or maybe an underscore. Okay. Then what did I say? Identifier names are case sensitive. Okay, let's have a bit of fun now. So A equals to 10 and A equals to, say, ABC. Do you feel these are one and the same? Shushmita says no, no sir, Lingam Harsha. Okay, No. Okay. So we will run a test of truth. We will again use our type function, which takes as its input the object type and returns what type of object it is. So it tells me A is a class integer, and let's say type A says it's a class string. So they are different. I will further do another test of truth. I will use another function called ID, which returns the memory address of a variable. Now, we will come back also to a bit of fundamentals of computer science. But before that, ID A, it gives me a number 29478260577 for Falana, Timka, whatever. And if I do this ID A, it gives me two different numbers. That means these are two different objects stored at two different memory locations. Now, memory location, guys, this is the fundamental of computer. As you know, that computers store their data in either RAM, which is the temporary memory, while processing, while you write a program, while you play a game, open up a browser. So all the transactional work is done in a memory location called as RAM. Okay. The more RAM you have and the better configuration of the ICs, chips, the more powerful is your system. Whereas the permanent data, it stores into another sort of memory called as ROM, read-only memory, what you colloquially called as a hard disk or hard drive. Okay. Yes, Harsha, register, correct. Okay. So these are two different objects at two different memory locations. Now, guys, here's a googly. So A is 10. Now, what if I make A equals to 10 as well? Do you think these will be one and the same object? They are case sensitive, right? We saw just now that they're case sensitive. Come on, make a smart guess. Syntax error will show up. Somebody says yes, somebody says no. Yes, override maybe. Okay. Let's look at it, guys. Again, guys, do this quickly, my friends. Quickly define these two. A equals to 10. At your side, I want you to try it out. Yeah. A small a is equals to 10 and capital A is equals to 10 as well. Now you run the ID function on both of them and tell me what do you think, whether it's one and the same. Then we will discuss. Okay. See, we have 3 minutes. Then we stop. No, Gayatri, that's not correct. You check quickly. Please check it. The proof of the pudding is in eating it, as they say. Yeah, Uday is telling me same, sir. Good. No, Rishita, that's not correct. Rajesh is saying same. Yes, Rajesh. Ajit says same. Sada says same. Arshada says same. Very good. If you try it, you will understand it's same. Yes, good, guys. So what's happening, you know? See, I will quickly do it for you. IDA. Yes, this is the address now. And ID capital A. This also have the same address. So then does it mean that Python the identifiers are not case sensitive? No, it doesn't mean so. What it does internally, Python is, see, Python saves you a lot of effort. So instead of creating one new object, it gives you the allocates, it just makes this capital A as an alias of the small a. Now, what is this capital A? Okay. Now I will take a crude example. Forgive me. So there used to be a underworld don called as Haji Mastan. Okay. So Haji Mastan was also referred as Haji Bhai. Now they are both the same person. Okay. Say Shakil and Chota Shakil. They're both the same person. Okay, so an alias is like you having a same person having a different name, different reference. So what Python does is, in order to save up on memory location, so that you don't end up creating a new memory location and thus waste space, because the content is same, yeah. It's got 10, it's the same value. So it says it takes a smart decision on your behalf that, okay, we are going to not create another object. I'm just going to create a same one, but let it be there. So when I say capital A, it will also refer to the 10. When I say small a, it will also refer to the object 10. Okay. So that's the logic. The last A, Python doesn't allow spaces with an identifier. Yes, my friends, this won't work. Will give me an error. Also, this won't work. Okay. Cheers. So we will end the session per se today, and we can take a few questions. Yes, guys, you are open to ask questions. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. How to register now? Nikhila says, how does that memory location vary? Like ID is giving memory. See, Nikhila, memory is what basically? It's some registers under the, if you know, understand a bit of electronics, there's some registers randomly. So when you're creating an object, it's like this. Let's understand it like this, Nikhila. Suppose you go to your class and you sit at whatever bench is available for you. Okay, you may not sit at the same place every day, but in your class there are a lot of benches. Maybe first day you can use the bench 1. Maybe next day it's filled up, so you go to the bench 10. So this is how exactly memory location happens. Its memory means it's those electronic components, remember, which goes 0 or 1, works on 0 or 1. The same thing. They're holding some data for you. The moment you power off the computer, switch it off, or turn off the application, these are erased off. Okay, maybe like when you get your grocery items, you store them at some temporary place where you can wash them, clean them up, and then put in your fridge or in your cupboard shelf. So it's like this, temporary memory. I hope I've been able to explain to you. Different variable. Okay, the questions are coming very fast. Is a career in programming field possible regardless? Absolutely, yeah. Zulfikar, Hayat Zulfikar, absolutely. Share the notes with the LMS team. If you can, please help them with the details.
Yes, sir.
Thanks a lot. Guru, sir, can we use space while initialization of an identifier? Can't we? Guru, I just now showed you a space doesn't work. As in, if you mean to say that between the variable and the definition, absolutely you can give. I have given, in fact, it's a good practice to give space. See, I gave a space here, then A equals to a space here, 10. Okay, so it works. Mr. Ennis, at which step this value is destroyed? Yeah, Mr. Ennis, what happens is, that's a good question. Okay, just for a moment, please hold. Don't type in anything, anybody. I will answer this question. A equals to ABC. At which step this value is destroyed? Okay, good question. I like it. A equals to ABC. See, we will understand more of these later. What happens is, now when I do A equals to 10, unknown to us, Python actually destroys this object. It cleans it off and creates a new object and presents it as A. So there's something called as a destructor function, a delete inside inside every class that we have in Python. Okay, and then it recreates. So it's destroyed now. Now it's just a matter of recreating a new object. That's it. Okay, See, that's the beauty of Python. It does all the heavy lifting for you. Okay, I told you don't type in. Okay, somebody was asking, this is my first programming language. How should I go about? Preeti, just join the classes properly. Concentrate, focus. Okay, focus is the key. The power of concentration works wonders. Pradatta, I have a doubt regarding the function in def. Pradatta, forget it for now. We will cover it actually later on. Srilekha, string can we put with the... Yes, Srilekha, we will go into the details. Lingam, Harsha says no condition. I just, sorry guys, it's coming.
Sir, LMS is working fine now.
Okay.
And now we would be able to show students how exactly they can reach out to the LMS.
1 second, I will just take this question.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Good evening, sir. Somebody is asking, Sai, I think. He's good evening, sir. Actually, I'm from life science background. I'm interested in software side so I can learn Python. Absolutely, Sai, you can and you should. Only thing, common sense. Keep on trying. I will tell you a very interesting story. My last batch, I had a student who was in high school. Okay, class 11, 12. He was very good. There's another student who is an arts student, and he learned it, and he learned it so well. Preeti, after my session, will you know this language well? That depends on Preeti, how much effort you are putting in. I don't have a magic pill. Let me be honest and upfront about it. How much are you focusing? How much are you trying? How much are you going beyond? See, we have 2 hours only. Okay, so after this, how much are you actually researching on your own? That's how you will learn. Okay, ID means address of the variable. Satyamani, yeah, Satya, it returns you the address of the variable. It doesn't mean address of the variable, by the way. It is a function which returns you the address of the variable. Akshada wants to know my education. Okay, Akshada, I'm an electrical engineer by training. I'm a software programmer by profession, and currently I am a head of delivery and operations and customer experience of a upcoming Indian product company. If that helps you. Explain about keys. Uma, I haven't gone till there. Uma Mahesh, why should I explain about keys right now? Okay, Subramaniam Reddy, if during the program A becomes A+1, good. Yes, Subramania Reddy, it changes. Why? You please try it out, Subramania. Okay. C++, Syed, no, not at all, not necessary to learn before Python. Ghulam Hussain, sir, does class displays even if we program a sprint A? Sorry guys, it's moving too fast. Pardon me if I miss your questions. No, it doesn't, Ghulam. You have to use type. Yours and mine address, very good question, Uday. It absolutely will not be the same. Ifat Sheikh, Shravani, as I said, I'm not sure how you can use a mobile phone. Maybe you can use the Google Colab. If you have a very small mobile phone, I'm not sure whether you can still use it. Give it a try. I showed you Google Colab. Certain registering link. Ifat Sheikh, okay, there's this question, LMS team, if you can answer him about registration. Hi, sir, how much this cost? Karuna Sagar, and somebody else asked the path for a data science. Okay, guys, let's ask this. Okay, before that, Karan, my English is not good. What should I do to improve it? Very good question, Karan. Read. Go through good motivational videos like TEDx, etc. Okay, read and try to speak. Doesn't matter whether somebody pokes fun at you or not. Do it. Remember Harbhajan Singh? When he started off, his English was horrible. Now he speaks excellent English. Okay, I will just come to this data science part of it since many of you are asking. Guys, please hold on. Don't type any more questions. I will lose it. Please hold on. Take a deep breath. Settle down. I will come to that to improve our Python skill. Okay, so what you have to do, guys, data science, it's a very malign term. Most people think, again, it's like a magic potion. Overnight, you graduate from college, you get a 10 lakh salary job per annum. It doesn't happen that way. Python is a step to help you with data science. Absolutely. For data science, there are a few other things you need to work on. Your basic maths, your statistics. Okay. Now, there are two types of data science, basically, a data scientist and a data analyst. Data analyst is one who gets the data, does a visual representation and implements it and shows and comes to some conclusions. Whereas a data scientist will do a lot of juggling with that data, create AI models, AI ML models, run them, do some predictions, etc., etc. Not that a data scientist also can't do it, but they have limited tools. Data analyst, they will mainly work with Power BI, Tableau, Excel, etc., etc. So guys, ExcelR, at ExcelR, we have an excellent teaching curriculum related to both data analyst course as well as data science. You can get in touch with our LMS experts, LMS points of contact, or Mr. Iftikhar sir also can help you. So do that. But please remember, everything is hard work. You need to go through the things in details, brush up on your mathematics, on your basic statistics. And please don't tell me that I have never done mathematics in my life, or I'm an art student, or this or that. Anybody and everybody can pick up statistics. I know for a fact my wife is doing her B.Ed and she's from an arts background, and she has also done statistics in the last few days. Yes. So it's just a point of mentality of saying yes. Okay. Okay. Please share the eligibility criteria. I shared already, Zulfikar. If A equals to ABC is given Prince error, but with I will come to that, Nikhila. Don't bother too much on it right now. Data analytics, okay, Priti. As I said, Syed, not necessary. Not necessary. Hold on. Okay. How to improve English communication. Samarth, I just now told you. Speak, read. Although I'm not an English teacher or English communication expert, but guys, just talk. Will come up. I'm very much interested to learn more on Python. I'm also very interested to teach you and learn from you. Okay, so we continue tomorrow. Is DSA important? Not for Python. If you want to make any variable final or constant, yes, you can save it in a file. Rahul, so thank you very much. Dear, explanation is too good. Please like our videos. What is the difference between AI and machine learning? Okay. Very subtle difference, not much. Main thing is machine learning is basically sort of, it is there are some algorithms and all which you learn and implement it. In AI, you can think of like the whole set of it. It's like a structure in which there are silos like machine learning, deep learning, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, etc., etc. Data science versus machine learning, which is best? My dear, they have data science will also have machine learning in it. Jamila says, I'm studying business analytics now. Business analytics, Python is very good, Jamila. And Excel, my dear, Excel solves most of your problems. At least that's what I feel after 20 years in this industry. Thank you, Satya. You are very kind. Thank you, Preeti. My YouTube name, Syed ExcelR YouTube name would be the ye. Okay, Uma Mahesh Kandala asks me, is these classes are useful for interviews? Anything related to your common sense is good for interviews, my dear. So if you can pick up the basics properly, it will be good for you to attend any interviews. Fat Sheikh, what is big data? Big data is a lot of data, as the name suggests, and how you handle it, organize it, and deal with it. Okay, big data, Hadoop, etc., etc. Python is using commands. I don't know what you mean by that. Python is using basically programming. Okay. Common built-in data types. We will come to it from tomorrow. What is difference between computer and IT? That is good. Okay. Okay, I will answer this. Computer, basically it's a machine. IT, it's a field of learning which deals extensively with computers. IT means what, guys? Information technology. Now, in the olden days, they used to send information by using what? Pigeons. So that was information technology of those days. Today, you send your information by using computers. So IT is just a means of sending information. That's it. Yeah. Okay. Our YouTube name, Amar, Kishore, Leela, if you can please enlighten them with the YouTube names. Backbencher, any shortcuts to Python? I will show you some tomorrow. Okay. Hold on. Yes, Rasika, you can. I will come to it. ID function. ID function is used for checking the memory address. Okay. Rasika, Kishore, Leela, Amar, if you guys are there, can you please tell them how to check out your name, YouTube name? Gayatri, thank you so much. Karuna Sagar, there are classes for tomorrow. Dashera, do join in. Yeah.
Sir,
Yes.
tomorrow is a holiday, so that's
Tomorrow
what
is
I had.
holiday. Okay, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
For me, I'm a teacher. Any day can be a class time. But the guys over here are correcting me. So
True,
keep
true.
away tomorrow, guys. Go through the things I've told you. Also, I'm sharing with you a few links. Okay, hold on. I'm typing here. It's called programmis.com. It's a fantastic page. I personally love it. I've learned a lot of things from here. Programmis. Then programmis. Okay, programmis.com. And those of you who wanted to get questions and programs, you can come here as well. Okay, programmers, you will get an entire section on Python. Then there's something called as W3 Schools. Online web tutorials. Here you have an excellent section in Python. And somebody was asking me about HTML. If you want to learn, even it's there. Okay. So pick up these two. Okay. Hayat, let me answer you that. Is HTML helpful? Okay, Hayat, look, it's helpful if you are planning to learn web development. Okay, you will need to know HTML. But here for Python, HTML, whether you know or don't know, doesn't make any difference. Okay, I hope I've answered that. Karan, it's not Greeks for Greeks, it's geeks for geeks. Geek for geeks. Search with this name. Don't search Greeks for Greeks. 541 wants me to say about Python Django. Python Django, it's a web development framework by which you can develop a entire website. Okay. Shakshi Kumbhar, sir, why are you going on next line instead of editing program? Okay, that's the last question I'm taking for tonight. Sir, why can we edit program in Python idle? I will show you that, my dear. Yes, I will show you how you have to do that. Okay. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. Over to you, Kishore, and our backend team.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you for the wonderful session, and we
Thank
had
you.
an overwhelming response today. And thank you, guys. Almost there were 2,500 participants overall. YouTube, Zoom, and other sources. We got to have 2,500 participants today. I actually wanted to show the LMS to the students, but then the number of participants have gone down drastically after 9 o'clock. And so, guys, those who are present right now, hopefully by Thursday, the LMS would be working very much fine. And on that LMS, you will be getting today's recording, the material which the trainer has taught to you. So the material, recording, everything, and the join button of Thursday session will also be available on the LMS. And how to use that exact LMS would be also taught to you on Thursday before the session starts. So for now, we would keep that LMS thing as it is. and stay tuned till Thursday. We will definitely take up the LMS questions on Thursday. And so there is no WhatsApp group, Mitali, currently, and there is only a Telegram group which we have. And I request Amar if he can post the Telegram link right now in the chat box so that they can join Telegram. So there is no
Sure.
WhatsApp. And yeah, thank you so much for the session, sir, and students also. Be consistent till next 15 days so that you can learn a lot from sir and get all the knowledge from sir. So tonight we will end up the session. Tomorrow there is definitely no session because of Dussehra. Happy Dussehras to everyone. And we will meet
Guys. Yeah.
on Thursday, 7 p.m. sharp for the next session. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye, everybody. Good night. Cheers.
Amar, can you put the Telegram link if possible?
Oh, 1 minute.
Yeah. So put the Telegram link on both the sources like Zoom and YouTube both, so that people who are on YouTube are also able to get the Telegram link. So YouTube people, I hope on Thursday you get the access to the Zoom session. Join as early as possible so that Zoom is something which is first come first serve basis. So first 1,000 people will be able to reach out to the Zoom. Others, please don't worry if you are not able to reach out till Zoom. YouTube is always there. So YouTube and number of people can attend. So please do not worry if you are not able to reach till Zoom. We are equally active on YouTube. We will post our attendance link on YouTube as well. And the trainer, as you have seen, is also going through the YouTube doubts. And your doubts will also be cleared equally. So whether it is YouTube or Zoom, you will not feel any difference for sure. Yeah, Telegram
Okay,
link.
Telegram link in chat box.
Yeah, Amar, please give me a signal if we are done with the session and if we are done with the Zoom or Telegram link. You have
Yes,
posted
sir.
on both the sources.
Yeah, I already pasted in the chat box.
We will end up the session for the day.
Yes.
Thank you so
Yes.
much, guys.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.